Feel safe. Choose who can participate in a positive live chat. Close. All right, so I got on here because I like making music. I haven't made music in a very long time. I say that, but obviously there's music on my page, and I make music from home, as you can see, obviously, and I just use my phone, and it's a cheap phone too, but that's what I use to record. And anyway, I've been making songs. I've showed some people. They like it. Um, they like my music in general, but some of them, that I tried to work with, they were saying that maybe I take it more as a hobby, but I don't see it that way. I just see it as a way, form of expression, something I like to do, you know. So I guess maybe, yeah, I guess it's a hobby, but when I do want to take it more seriously, I don't want to be told that it's just a hobby because at that point, I'm trying to take it more seriously. I want, my messages and my songs, my music to reach more ears than just my own. So, I mean, I'm not like Drake or like some like the best artist in the world, but I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be myself and just express myself in my own and yeah, because yeah, but sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes I'm in good moods, sometimes I'm not in good moods, and that affects the songs that I make. But I make all my music super fast. That's just I don't know. I've enjoyed freestyling. I was trash at it, and I stopped making songs or freestyling and hanging out with my friends. When I got married, I got married real young. And I'm actually twice divorced pretty much at this point. Um, but 13 years of pretty much married and I'm young. It's crazy. And this is, the balding and stress and all that just whew, happened. Marriage and trying to take relationships really seriously, way too young, when you're both not really there, it can cause a lot of problems. And but anyway, sometimes my music's good when I'm feeling good, sometimes it's not. And again, I got on here just so I could share my writing process, my creative process. I'm currently working on something. I literally have only been working on this song for like I don't even want to say a minute or two. I don't even think it's been 2 minutes. But I'm like I said, I'm quick, right? I'm really, really quick with making songs. That's always been a it wasn't like that at first, but here recently I have been really quick at making music because I've learned how to express myself better, put my emotions into a way that kind of can are more expressive. But anyway, 13 years of marriage, I didn't really make songs at all, but since my second wife left, I decided, let me take all these emotions from inside and put them out. There's a lot of sad songs, there's a lot of depressing songs, and I'm trying not to make this one depressing, but the way that I first start my music writing process is that I'd sit there and wallow in my emotions, or I'm hype, or I'm having a good day, and I just decide it's been a while or whatever. Maybe I should make a song. I maybe take these emotions, turn it into music. So then I just go jump on YouTube, type in free for profit beat, which everybody tells me not to do. And, I probably shouldn't, and I know they're right, but I type in free for profit beat. Then, I listen to, I don't know, 10 of them, if that, sometimes 20, but I listen to like the first 15 seconds of them. And then I'm like, okay, if it matches my vibe, then I'm cool. I'm down with it. And I make something instantly. But in this case, which is another case, I just decide, I'll make a song. I get on here And boom, the very first this is the very first one. Like I can show you my history. This is the very first, and sometimes, God be working like that, you know what I mean, for real. Or higher power, spiritual, whatever, like just whatever you attract to yourself. I don't know what you believe in, but so like, you know, I type in free for profit beat, right? And then let's see here. If I go to my history, I'll show you. I've been watching a bunch of them. Well, these are my songs, but literally, I went from my song, listening to my song, and being like, "Oh man, like I haven't made music for a while. Let me go ahead and try to make it." Very first beat. So this is the beat I'm gonna go off of today. Again, I'm just wanting to jump on here to show my music creating process because, like I said, some people have heard my songs and they're like, "Man, how do you do it? How do you do that?" And I'm like, I don't know. So I don't know how well it's gonna play. I like to listen to my music in my headphones as I'm doing it. Um, but you know what? I'm gonna perform it when I'm listening to the beat in my head. This is the very first beat I've heard, and I'm talking about this is all I wrote, right? You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I mean, it's not a lot. Like I said, it's been less than 2 minutes. But I jumped on here. I listened to the first beat, and I'm like, man, like this beat is fire, and it feels good for how I'm feeling right now, which could be better. You know what I mean? So I don't want to bum anybody out. If you don't feel like getting emotional or into some deep soul stuff, maybe scroll or whatever. But we're gonna I'm gonna perform what I got. I mean, you can critic if you want. I don't care. Put something in the comments. Let me read something. But anyway, I will let you all see what I have gotten so far. And you just let me know what you think, what you're rocking with. This only took me about like 30 seconds. So, but I'm gonna do it out loud so I can hear the beat in my headphones, right? Then I'm going to unplug my phone so you can hear the beat as well, hopefully. And I'm not sure how the audio is gonna work because last time I tried to do a live, I was playing music and talking, and you couldn't hear what I was saying for the life of the video. So I don't know if you will be able to hear me. So that's another reason why I want to play the beat through the headphones first, so you can at least hear a little bit what I got. And like I said, it is not a lot. I literally was laying in bed. I was like, you know what? My songs are kind of fire. Let me go ahead and try to write another one. And then I was like, well, you know what? While I'm writing this, why not take this opportunity to show my writing process? So this might not be the most entertaining video, because all I'm gonna do is write a song. It might take longer than expected. Like I said, it usually takes, well, I haven't told you that yet, but it's usually takes me about 30 minutes to write a song, 30 minutes sometime. Yeah, probably around 30 minutes to write a song. Um, and this has only been, like I said, like a minute of writing and I brainstorming, and so it's just a bunch of randomness too. So you'll get to see all that, you know what I mean? And some people are gonna relate to how I do it, but again, I didn't get better at writing music until I first started to learn how to like express myself more. So as you see me kind of like being open with myself, you should maybe, take pointers of, this is how I can express myself as well. Because I mean, I've been through a lot of hard stuff in order for me to be this outwardly open with expressing myself. You know what I mean? You just get to a point where you just don't care. But anyway, I digress or whatever. I'm gonna do it right now, run it back. I'm gonna perform it, and then I'm not no superstar. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling in my house, but I'm gonna perform it, and then I'll let you hear the beat, and then I'll perform it again, and then I'll continue to brainstorm after I've at least let you see what I got. So we'll do that first right now. I'm gonna go ahead and push play again. Didn't take me long to write this. I think I missed my cue. I'm stretching. Stars burning out in space. Tell me, will it ever turn around? I don't recognize his face. I've done enough to let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me. I'm a flame. Another day. And that's all I got so far, right? And see, there's some humming, there's some, you know, this is my first time really going over this, but like, anyway, so that's it. That's all I got right now. It's kind of like the tone, oh, my phone's about to die on this. That's like the tone of it and whatever. So I'm gonna now let you hear it out loud. Oh snap, there's some comments in here. Hello, hi, quick. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay, so phone's about to die, so I probably should plug it up. All right, plug it up. Cool. So I got you on the charge now. So how quick? Fans old. Yeah, like I said, I write a song in like 30 minutes. Obviously, this is the first time I'm trying to, you know, well, what I just performed was it took me like I don't know, like a minute, like I said, or a minute or two to write that. I just kind of got in the vibe of it. But so that's how quick I spent to write that. What am I talking about? Talking about my writing process because, like I said, I shown people my songs. I just, like I said, I want to make music, so I make music. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm trying to. Obviously, I could go to like a studio or like some big corporation and try to do more there, and maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I mean, I just like to make music, so I'm showing my music process because somebody was like, man, how do you do this? And I'm like, so I'm like, well, what's better than instead of telling you, why not just show you, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm just talking about my music creating process. I just performed a little bit of it. You probably missed that. But um, yeah, I appreciate that. Ty Silk to Silk. That's a weird one right there. Ain't gonna lie to you. Um, but that's like a tongue twister for real. To Silk, Ty Silk. I mean, if that's your name, I'm so sorry. Like for real. If that's your actual government, like golly, I don't know, bro. That's but anyway, um, I'm not even trying to disrespect. But yeah, I appreciate that. And so yeah, so basically I performed it already. Now I'm gonna let you all hear the beat, which might not. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me. You know what I mean? Because like the last time I went live and tried to do a video for y'all, it was an exercise video. I had music playing. I was trying to teach y'all stuff, talk to you all about the stuff I'm doing, the reps, the sets, the motions. I've lost a lot of weight, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like this divorce stuff has been kicking my emotions. Like, but anyway, some days I'm good, some days and men aren't supposed to have emotions. I think that's a bunch of malarkey. You wouldn't have artists if you don't express your emotions. But anyway, um. Yeah, so now I'm gonna let you all hear the beat with me. If you can even hear what hear me over the beat. I don't know if that you will be able to, but anyway, I thought the beat was fire, so check it out. And it's still playing through my headphones. Hold on a second. Let me put it down. So yeah, we'll put that there. See. Yeah. I don't know if you can let me know if you can hear me. Uh, I appreciate that, Ms. Ms. Badass. Ms. Badass. Okay. That's a badass name. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I have the beat playing, right? I don't know if you can hear me. So let me know if you can hear me and the music. Give me like a thumbs up or something, and then I will perform what I got. And like I said, this is a video of me showing my writing process. You know what I mean? I spent like less than a minute or two writing what I got right now. So anyway, I thought the beat was cool, man. This is the first beat I heard. I was like, let me just go with it. It's feeling good. Okay. And that was my cue, so let me back it up. I still don't know if you can hear me right now, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. Stars burning out in space. Tell me will it ever turn around? I don't recognize his face. I haven't done enough to let me down. Don't let me down. Running a bit down. Darkness drawing down my flame. On the flame. See another day, and that's it. So that's all I got so far, right? And again, this is my writing process, right? This is a video about my writing process, but I'm just going live. Like I said, people are like, how do you write music like this so fast? And I'm just like, I don't know. By the grace of God and wanting to express my emotions, I guess. But anyway, so that's all I got so far. And so now I'm gonna try to actually write more. Maybe I'll keep the beat playing out loud. That way y'all can kind of like brainstorm with me, maybe. But yeah, I mean, and this is not a studio setting. I literally was just chilling in my bed and was like, let me decide, let me make a song real quick. And I went into my bathroom and just, yeah. So now here we are. But let me know what you think of what I got on that part. Um, I'm gonna finish writing this. I'm gonna make the full song, and then I'm gonna put it out, on my YouTube page by the end of once done, I'm done recording it. And you know what? Before we get to that point, I'm gonna show y'all like my recording setup. Uh, this is where I will be doing my recording, and every song that you've seen me or you see on my page, like if you go back and look at my music, like I wish it was studio quality for real, because a lot of the songs I really do enjoy, but I'm just like it was recorded off that cheap $50 phone, you know what I mean? But this is my setup, like you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. It'll get you there if you're willing to dream, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not really like trying to be like you know what I'm saying? Like Drake, nothing like that or whatever. I just want to, I just like making music. So, um, but hey, yeah, if you like the music too, that's that's what I'm about. I'm about people who like my music, and if it can help you express yourself too. So again, I this is literally the very first beat that I started watching. That's my video right there, my song, and then that's the very first. So I pulled up Free for Profit beats, give them a listen, and I just instantly start writing. Like it comes out. Like I don't know. Here we go. Start again. And I like that, right? Where I say, all of this darkness drowning on my flame, let it burn away, the end of the day. And I kind of want to repeat that flow of the music because the lyrics, right? It's flowing in a way where it's carrying, like everything is, I want everything to carry with the instrumental, fit in those empty spaces where everything kind of flows, you know what I mean? And my phone's about to die. Um, not sure how to see everything how I'm working, but anyway, I want everything to flow right and just fill those gaps in a way where it's smooth. I'm gonna put you up. It's slow singing. Um, because obviously this is a chill beat. Like nobody has told me they can hear the beat or me. Yeah, but if you can hear the beat, it's chill. Like and like I'm trying to hit those gaps in a smooth way. And I think when I say all of this darkness drowning out my flame, let it burn away, see another day. Thank you very much, Miss Badass. I appreciate that a lot. And you as well. May bless all of you all who's tuned in and who's going through anything, ups and downs, you know. And, you know, I'm progressing, I think, in a good way. And music helps me do that as well, tremendously, tremendously. I really wish I could do this every single day, all day, because I would. This song has come out so quickly. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do this all day, every day. I don't know how long, but anyway. So another day. So I want to keep that flow of the lyrics, right? So I'm gonna try to do the same flow, but I don't want to say the same thing, obviously. So I'm gonna switch it to different words to keep the same rhythm. And like I'm not like the biggest music buff, you know. So that's a problem. To me, that's a problem. Like I make music, right? And a part of the writing process is knowing the culture, right? I'm a hermit, you know, Virgo's a hermit, whatever you can blame it on. You know, my upbringing is what I blame it on, you know, just all I've been through with individuals. I like to say it myself at this point, for real. You know, but I used to be the life of the party, man, straight up. I used to have so many friends, but when you start to screw up in your own personal life, you know, especially coming from a small town, everybody knows about it. And then, you know, try to start with, you know, going back inwards. And, uh, you know, it's okay. You know, now it's the healing process. You know what I mean? I might, you know, try to trust again, go out and do stuff again. But it's just, it's a lot. I don't do a lot of what I see and everything too. So I don't know about it. But sometimes you just have to have faith, I guess. But anyway. So I just like trying to catch my brain back up into the writing process. 'Cause I don't want to get some of these lyrics. But I still think I carried away. But instead of carried away, because I've already used away, I want to switch that to something that kind of resembles being carried away, floating or drifting. So I might think about something like that. So now I'm playing with it. 'Cause I don't, so now I'm switching the flow of it, and I might keep that. So it's instead of saying with away, I'm just using a floating and drifting because it's like the same type of uh, example or definition or word that you can use to describe that action, right? So instead of repeating the same flow, I might switch it. So there it goes. All this darkness drifting, burning up my flame, drowning out my flame. Back it up. Oh, is that what it was? I think so. Darkness down on my friend, don't run away. See another day. See, no, because, yeah, no, I like that. Mhm, mhm. Marine drifting. Yeah, so then I'll probably throw the floating drifting part in after I repeat the flow of the other part. Yeah, so I like that better. And you see that flow, it just, I don't know. If you like it, if you don't let me know, but yeah, we're gonna repeat the flow of that first part where I go, all of the darkness, and my friend, hold on away, soon away. No, 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 no. And then we're gonna go, yeah. And like, I know I'm not saying nothing. Like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just literally going, and yeah, but um, but yeah, so I'm gonna work on this. Like, this is just a video, right? I'm on here for 30 minutes already. Um, I kind of feel like I want to rate this whole song in front of you, but I'm also like, oh, because I know I want to keep you entertained too, not waste your time. But I'm gonna be a little absent, right? Because I want to at least get this written, and that's the whole purpose of this video is to show my writing process behind how I make music, right? So you'll be able to go back and watch this. Like if you make your own music, you'll be able to go back and watch my writing process. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not, right? But if you copy, you copy. It comes out so quickly, though, and I'd like people to be able to express themselves in a way musically. Because a lot of people struggle. And you ask them, like, How do you do it?" I'm like, "So what?" And if you're that type of person, just what? You know, the play beats are kind of, well, this is the first beat I listened to, and I'm like, man, this is a good beat. So I'm gonna try to match the beat because the beat is made by somebody who is feeling these emotions. A lot of people feel like, you know, oh, you know, you're going through so much, like me. And I'm like, yeah, I've been through a lot of things in my life, but the person who made this, so the person who originally had the emotion is the one who made this beat, and this is a great beat, you're gonna get thanks, you're gonna get props, you're gonna know this, to whoever makes the beats, because without the beats, you're not gonna have a lot of art, right? Because a lot of artists don't even know how to do this back end, um, so I'm trying to go off of their artwork in a way where I can fit my own emotion onto something and build upon somebody else's emotions. Um, and I'm grateful because without them expressing themselves, I wouldn't be able to express myself. So again, this is why you're on this. So here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me get back because one time I'm like losing my flow. Mm, I might have to put the instrumental back into my headphone because I've been doing so much explaining of the writing process that I kind of lost in my flow or train of thought. So I'm gonna put this the beat back. You pretty much heard the beat already. Right. So now that you heard the beat, I'm gonna put it back into my headphones so that way I can get back into my zone. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna finish doing this, writing this whole song in front of you. Again, like I know people were tuning in, which I appreciate. And you can always watch the video later, and I hope you do, if you actually are interested in writing music. Uh, but you know, I'm gonna put the beat back in. I'm gonna get back into trying to match my emotions to the this person's expressions, and I'm going to
figure out where I lost place because I literally had a flow and then I'm like, what the? Because I'm like, where'd it go? So I've connected back to my headphones. I'm about to play the beat so I can hear it. And then, yeah, so just bear with me. You might have to fast forward or whatever the case is. Eventually, I'll start performing it again. And again, you will be able to listen to the full song when I'm done with it. So, yeah. And you know what? I want to say before I actually like continue, I normally will be like doing this without live streaming, right? Obviously. But I I I want you to go check out the song Regret or Love that I made. Um, that one's pretty good. And then again, these are all recorded off my phone. And then check out the Never Last Forever song too, but that first verse that I made on that song, it should have been in the back. And the last verse I made should have been in the front. Like when I went back and listened to that just a little while ago, I was like, why did I post that without fixing that? But the second verse should have definitely been the front because it draws people, it draws you in, things like that. But anyway, when I listened to this beat, I instantly like just started playing with it, and then like the very first thing I said was "stars burning out of space, stars burning out in outer space, or stars burning out in space." And like to me, that was like, you know, we have our lights inside of us, right? We have everything we are is inside of us, right? And we're like stars. It's like our lights that we have inside of us, right? Some of them burn bright and confident and beautiful, and or just some are erratic. It's been just and some are spontaneous, and some are like and some are dim and whatever, and it just and sometimes we get into different spaces, but we have the power to burst our flame bright and large and big or be dim. That's all. However we feel is because we feel those things, right? So um anyway, but our fire burns inside of us, right? So we're like stars, right? And stars that literally burn out. Everything burn. Everything has its time frames, right? For the unless it's God itself, right? Or God himself, but so stars burning in outer space is what I first like the first thing I said. I was like, man, that's good. And then like it just kept flowing. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm helping you all with your writing process, but I have been asked to how do I do this? And I'm like, okay, well let me try to show it first. I mean, I feel like I would be better at critiquing or helping in person or something like that, but and just hearing what you all come up with and being able to be like, okay, well, what if it sounded, what if you did this or that or whatever, but and that could help you a lot more with your writing process. I don't know. You could always send me something too. You know what I mean? Like if you want to send me something that you're working with, or message me first and tell me you got something that you want me to look at or whatever the case is, I can do that. And we can try to talk like that because I'm open to that. You know what I mean? Like I said, clubbing and stuff like that. Like I gotta get more. I would be doing that more for like professional stuff these days because I can't see myself being a part of that too much right now. Like obviously, I feel like I could get into that scene like later on when I'm more like out of this, but I'm more laid back or comfortable. But it would be very limited and restricted. But anyway, I know it's like super late for most of us too, so appreciate some of y'all who at least came to the chat for a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna go through, do this real quick. As you can see, I haven't even been doing the writing process. I've been trying to do more teaching. So now I'm getting back in. It's like time me, while I'm actually trying to do this. And you'll see like, oh, you actually didn't do that too long. So like, I gotta find my flow. Like, so as I'm doing this, normally, like I said, I'm not live streaming, and this is a new challenge for me. So, because now I'm trying to remember my flow. But if I'm not live streaming, I obviously know my flow all the way from start to finish of the song. It doesn't take me that long, so But this time it's actually like I have to remember and pick back up where I last left off, and it's like a new hurdle. But challenges help you grow. Unfortunately, you got to be challenged in order to know where you need to grow. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to do my writing process, and I'm losing my train of thought because I'm trying to teach more than I'm actually trying to write the song. I'm like, where's my flow? So, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just. I think the smartest move right now is to go ahead and just pick up like what part of the flow that I do recognize, and then I'll go back and watch the video instead of trying to waste everybody's time. So recognize the flow front part, and that's the problem with writing so fast. So anyway, all of this darkness running, let it burn away. See another day. Mm. So what about you? Light is burning, right? All this darkness running on my flame, let it burn away. Mm. Light is burning, bright as my fate. What about that? And you see how fast that was? Like I was explaining to you about the light burn, and then we'll see how it flows. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. Let's just. When I'm all alone. Well, but I think the theme that I'm going for is um, self-expression, um, like influx of you know the rises and falls of through self-expression and life in general. Oh, darling, drowning in my flame, let it burn away. See another day, light and burning bright as my fate. Yeah, and then I go, okay. All of this darkness running on my flame, let it burn away. See another day. Light is burning bright as my fate. Flame goes with faith. All this darkness drowning out my flame. But I already used flame. But I was told that it's okay to use words twice. I don't know if as you're watching this, comment, let me know how you feel about repeating the same words. Because I like to like expand and not really ever use the same words, but I know it doesn't really matter if you really are free with your expressions. So I guess where you catch back up. Burn away. Because you're making the music. It's how you feel. It's what you think, you know. But burn away. See another day. Light and burning. Light will keep burning as bright. So what about light? Light will keep burning as bright as my flame. Yeah. Light will keep burning as bright as my flame. Keep burning as bright as my flame. Because I think if I add more words in it, it'll slow it down. Let's see, this part where it'd be nicer to know the beginning of flow, right? Flame, let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning bright as my flame. Light will keep burning. All this darkness trying on my flame. Away. Another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my flame. All this darkness trying on my flame. Away. See another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my flame. Place. Don't touch this place. So I'm thinking, like, what it takes is play. Hold on. All of this darkness drowning out my flame. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my fate. But it takes its place when I'm filled with hate. I'm thinking something like that, maybe. And it just comes off at the tip of the dome, and I don't really know if I'm helping with the writing process. This is just how I do it. It takes its place. If hate, shame, I'm just trying to rhyme. You know what I mean? Like, it's truth. These are true things that happen to, I think, all of us. You know, when you're filled with hate inside of you, then obviously it would drown out your faith a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of like, a little bit distance from God, or like, into your own reality so much that you're not one with God fully in those moments. So, or, and so it's truth. I don't know. Like right now, I'm chilling. I'm trying to write. I'm not obviously hating on anything. I'm just, trying to show a writing process. Okay. All of this darkness drowning out my flame. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as long as bang. But it takes no place. When I play with hate. And with and drip. Yeah. And I think float and drifting will do with that. And normally I don't rip out my pages. Like I usually just flip it and keep the whole book. I don't know why I ripped out. I'm not being myself right now. I think I'm trying to actually be live stream and do this at the same time. Um, so, but I think it's because it's on the wrong side. I should have started on this side. I like the left to right, obviously. I'm just gonna flip it because this is a short instrumental. So we're almost done. We're getting there. Okay, like, you know, I'm I've been looking at the times a lot, and they're like 444, 333. Like it's interesting. Um, but you could take it one way or not. But okay. And I gotta remember, I gotta go back and watch this because I totally forgot how I flowed with the first portion. And if you're just tuning in, I'm trying to show people my writing process because a lot of people that I've shown my music, certain songs, not all, not every song that I'm like the most proud of, but I've sh a lot of my songs I am, and I take pride in all of them really. But just some are better than others. Yeah, but I showed some people my music and they're like, "How do you do this?" They want to know my writing process, so I figured why not go go through a live. So I'm literally I forgot the first part of the song. Um, but we're just gonna go with this part. All of this darkness drowning out my flame. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as hard as my fan, but it takes its place when I filled with hate, floating, drifting. So drifting, missing, like, so I like missing, right? There's other words I could have instantly went in with that, but I'm like, nah, drift missing sounds perfect with where we're trying to go with this song. Because we're trying to connect with someone's emotion and be relatable to someone else's emotion, just like I'm trying to relate to the person who made this instrumental and have see how he relates to mine was let my words relate to somebody else. So that's why I speak truths. I try to speak truths, speak lessons, speak examples, picture, image. I don't know, like I forgot. Like this is why I should have paid more, like better attention in school, right? Because English was not my best subject for real. But um, whatever word it is, where you explain something that makes somebody see an image in their mind, visualize. They're able to visualize, where we're going with this. I like to try to do that. You know what I mean? That's why I use words like floating, drifting, was it adjectives or something like that, or verbs. I don't know. All the burn is drowning on my face. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my face, but it takes its place. Mind filled with heavy floating, drifting. I was missing. And I like to do like since I feel like this is one of them things like it's like a wavy. I'm gonna do that with my tone too. And I don't know, it just when the song is done, let me know what you think. And again, like it doesn't take long, and I normally don't be live streaming and explaining. And maybe because I don't take that long and that my songs aren't as good, like I feel like what I could do with for others, I could do for myself if I just take the time to be like, man, what if we did this or we move this here, but I just like to get them done, give them a listen like later on. You know. All of this darkness drowning out my flame, let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my fate, but it's in the place when I'm filled with hate, floating and drifting, heart is missing. So I like kind of like I don't know, like I just threw that in there, but so floating, drifting, heart is missing. So maybe missing should go at the end, right? Because I like to that one word that somebody is like thinking about, like they think, oh, you're about to say it next. Like I don't want to be like easily guessed, I guess. I don't know what word that is, right? But I don't want somebody to like know what I'm about to say next. So that one word where I feel like somebody thinks, oh, he's about to say this. I like to push that a little bit further down just to keep them more intrigued. But again, who knows? Some people might like they might not even like my music at all and think it's trash. Because I mean, again, it's recorded off of this $50 phone, but that's not an excuse. There's ways that you can make it sound good even if you're using a phone. It's just a lot of editing and softwares and things. I just don't really. It takes a long time to do that. I'd rather just make the song. But anyway. Run away. See another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my face, but it takes its place. One filled with hate, followed and drifting. Okay. Floating and drifting, hard as I don't know where I don't like how it was. See, I'm over here still working with it. It's so, I think it's just flows smoothly of it. I might keep it. And normally I don't do all this. Like I'm doing extra thinking, because I'm trying to explain. All of this darkness drowning out my flame. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as long as I have fame. Burning space when I feel with hate. Oh, it's drifting. Heart is missing. I don't trust how I've been living. Either trust how I've been living. Because I think a lot of my personal emotions, like, it gets me a lower state of vibration. I feel like I always get like have high vibrations, but I think just worry, like like the lowest of the highs, really. Worries. And a lot of my worries come from not being able to trust people for real. For real. I can't even trust myself a lot of time though, I ain't gonna lie. And it's, that's a problem. When you can't trust yourself, it's a problem. But I think I wasn't like that, you know what I mean? Like people, as I went through life and started to like take on a lot more responsibility, it was okay and I handled and managed it well. But when I wasn't able when I was being attacked or like going through big emotion, like people were dragging me through big emotional things on top of me handling a lot of responsibilities, that's when it started to become too much because I started to not be as good at handling my responsibilities or not wanting to do that anymore. And obviously, when you don't handle the responsibilities, things start going downhill, and it's just an emotional whirlpool. But it helps me do stuff like this. All the darkness drowning on my flame, let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as bright as my faith, or as long as I have faith. Light will keep burning as long as I have faith. As long as I have faith. Yeah, let's try that. Light will keep burning as long as I have faith. And so you just make corrections as you I don't know, take a second look at it, or as you keep going. Uh, but I normally don't do too much going back. I just kind of go through it. Or if I go back, it's really quick. Like I said, these songs usually don't take me very long to write. Uh, okay. Space. Okay. Drafting Okay, floating. I'm thinking floating, drifting, how the living got me feeling also to say. So something like that. Because I've been talking about trust a lot, right? So I'm like trying to break down my feelings. I'm like floating, drifting, how they're living, got me feeling oh so distant. And I say oh so distant because like it fits in the flow of the instrumental. And I'm like, who talks like that, right? Yeah. Floating, drifting, how they're living, got me feeling oh so distant. Or got me wishing I was distant. So I'm dripping. So I don't know. Right? And I feel like that's kind of better because it's like people might talk like that a little bit better. Like instead of want to say floating, drifting, how they're living, got me feeling oh so distant. Instead of saying like that, say floating, drifting, how they're living, got me wishing I was distant. No, maybe not. Because I'm thinking wishing maybe it might fit in with stars, wish upon a star. No, I'm trying to keep the imagery, keep the, I don't know. But basically, it's a short song, like I said, so I'm gonna finish this up and then I'm gonna just loop the front part. And and I'm almost done with this part. Like, I know you've been sitting here like, you know, eh, he's only got a one pager, he ain't got nothing on the back. Yeah, but like I said, with music, it's however whatever it's an art, right? And this is a short beat, so I'm thinking, let me just throw like one or two more lines on this, make sure it's good, nice, solid, and then wrap the front back into it, which would be the hook, and then close the book, push play, and see how you're going. But now I was thinking, when somebody's listening to the song based off of the instrumental, that it'd be like a nice like cruise, you know what I mean, like a cruising song. So we'll see. What the heck is this? Ooh, that's cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I put that on, I'm gonna distract from the balding. All of the darkness drowning out my flame. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as long as I have faith. But it takes its place when I feel with hate. Floating, drifting, how the living got me wishing I was distant. I don't know. Yeah. Floating, drifting, how I'm feeling. Okay, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Stop talking about it. Just write it down. Right, and I normally don't do this. Like I'll write all my ideas down. I'll star the good ones. Like there's these two I didn't star. That one I did. This is the end of the hook. I wrote some of my extra bars. Didn't like them. It was just what came out. But I didn't. I liked them. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't think it flowed good. So I just whatever I starred whatever flowed good. So, but I say write everything down, especially before you forget. Floating, drifting. Okay. Should I say I've been feeling or have living? Because I kind of want to make it more of a personal song. I don't think I've been feeling. I think I should let them feel. But I don't know. Really wish y'all would watch this again and like comment. Let me know what you think, how you feel about my explanation. Floating, drifting, all the living got me wishing I was there. Floating, drifting, all the living.
But then again, I'm thinking, floating, drifting, trying to. I'm thinking I wanted, and I think I just remembered what I wanted to express, and that was burning stars burning out, like your hopes, your dreams fizzling. So I think like how they're living got me wishing I was distant. I don't know. Maybe that is a good. Was this about not making the cut, right? Reasons why, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to use other people. I think obviously with me is like I said, with feelings, you're the one who allows yourself to feel a certain way or whatever. Because as you're feeling down, up, down, whatever it is about a situation or that person or that situation is moving on in its own way, completely different than what you're feeling. And so, I mean, a lot of it's not even relating at all. So, floating, drifting. So this is almost fully charged. Let's go ahead and put this back on the charge. And me losing my hair, I ain't gonna lie to you, that was huge on me. I used to have long, beautiful hair down past the shoulders, and those days are almost gone. Like, I mean, I could still grow it, but it would just be like this whole front part would be thin. Hmm. But maybe I can get past it. I don't know. They said rosemary water. Anyway, back to some floating, drifting. Okay. Floating, drifting, take me to another place. Drifting, take me to another place. Floating, drifting, take me through the mission. Stars drifting, take me through the mission. I'm on my way. I'm almost like see, I play with the words. Drifting, take me through the mission. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna. I'll write it down anyway. Write down my ideas. Don't forget. How the living got me. Uh, I know this was kind of a more emotional song, so the very next song I try to make, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not making no emotional song. I'm gonna make a more hype, more R&B style, something like that. Because I don't like to stay on like down songs all the time. Floating, drifting, how the living got me wishing I was distant. I'm trying to try. And I just came up with that. But I'm trapped here on this earth down with you. On this earth down with you. Can feel you near. And we land our continents. Yeah, something like Jim on this earth down with you. Down with you. I can feel you near, even if you're gone. even if you're gone. Mm, On the side down with you, I can feel you near, even if you're gonna cut me loose. And I like the idea of turning this into like kind of like a soft rock song, because I mean it just comes out that way. I literally am not thinking about these lyrics. It just not these ones that just came out. So there's one I don't know if I'll keep it or not. I came up with like a whole nother thing too, and I just instantly forgot it because I thought this other thing I came up with sounded better, but the other one I came up with changed the flow, and I like the idea of changing the flow but keeping it in rhythm with the instrumental, so that way it doesn't seem so like simplistic. You know what I mean? You know what simplistic music, but then again, I don't know. Simplistic music could be a good thing, more memorable and more easy to digest. So, let's drowning out my flame, let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as long as I have pain. Let me start from the beginning because I want to fit it in. I don't remember how the first timing of it is supposed to happen, and then um uh well I'll rewatch this video and remember the first flow, but anyway. Damn, I just remember Don't Let Me Down. All of this darkness drowning on my flame. Let it burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as long as I have faith. But it takes its place when I'm filled with hate, floating, drifting. How they're living got me wishing I was distant. But okay, hold on. Couple more lines ago. But I'm trapped here on this earth, down with you. I can feel you near. Even if you're gone now, cut me loose. Knock me. Loose, knock cut me loose. Stars burning in space. Yeah, and then I'll repeat it right there. So yeah, I like that, right? So we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that at the back end. But I definitely got several more bars, so some more lines that I gotta fill in before I get to that part before the hook comes again. And I know you can't hear the instrumental right now, but again, you'll be able. I will post the song, and I hope that I did well enough for you to actually want to tune in and listen to it. Right now with you, I can feel you near, even if you're gone now, cut me loose. Yeah. And I was just chilling before this, trust me. But I've been through so much, it just comes out. But I'm trapped here. And obviously, the lines that I'm missing, they're going to have to transition into this part that I came up with. So whatever I'll be talking about in those lines that are missing, I think there's like 4 lines missing. So whatever missing in those lines, uh I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that in a way where it'll lead up to the but I'm trapped here on this earth right down with you. But I'm trapped here on this earth right down here. Well, so I'm trapped on this earth. I'm trapped on the trapped here on this earth. Now, I'm thinking before I get into the uh part before the hook, that in a way to like transition up to it, that I talk about being a star that isn't able to uh get to where they're going, and then I say, but I'm trying to on this earth down with you. Okay. I'm trying to. So I'm gonna write all this down because right now it's just in my head. I'm trying to on this earth. That's I'm thinking. I'm trying to on this earth right down with you. On this earth. Thinking right down with you, maybe, because I didn't write it down. But I'm trapped here on this earth down with you. That's what it is. Yeah. Trapped here on this earth down with you. And I normally put like those little about symbols, like those wave symbols, when I want the vocals to kind of go extended. On this earth down with you. I can feel you near. Now, I say that because in several times where I feel heartbroken by someone, um, it's almost like I can still feel their energy, right? They say like soul ties, right? And I'm like, man, this person is just no good, even at this current moment, or they're having fun, or oh, they're doing this or whatever, and like they may or may not be doing that, but it's just like my mind goes to those places. So that's what that line is about. I can feel you near, can feel you near. You're gonna Camilla. You near, even if you're gonna Camilla. I can feel you near, even if you're gonna Camilla. Even if you're gonna come, even if you're gonna come in love. I'm thinking about even repeating instead of the first part, repeating that because I like the way that that bounces. Yeah. I'm trapped here on this earth, I'm with you. I can feel you near, even if you're gone now. Cut me loose, cut me loose. Cut me loose. I like what I can do in such a quick, because the song's pretty much done. Oh yeah, I forgot about those lines. Okay, hold on. I said I'm almost done. I gotta, right, I had to. Okay, I'm gonna back up the song. Go back through it again. I gotta remember the first part of the flow of the song is. All I start now, adrenaline flame, when I burn away. See another day. Light will keep burning as long as I fade. When I this place, when I feel with hate. And drifting, how's a living? Got me wishing I was distant. Say light is dimming, right? Because you see how quick it is. It comes out. Floating, drifting, how they're living. Oh, I forgot to erase the other part where I. And see, this is another reason why I just leave it there and put a star by it. But for when I'm actually recording, I like to just erase it and put everything in proper order, right? And so I'm about to go in here and record this here in a little bit. And I know it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but That's what it is. Okay. Floating, drifting, how the living got me wishing I was distant, distant. Like artist dimming, was dimming one. Got me hidden. Dimming, hidden. I don't know. Mm, 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 this place, my name floating, drifting out of got me wishing I was distant, light is dimming. Mm, mm, yeah. Okay, so I could, and I like that. All right, but I just have to come up with like three more lines, and I'm just gonna package it and send it, right? Once I get these three lines, package it, send it. And then, hey, let it be. But if I was in a studio setting, I would take way more time doing this and like, talk back and forth, share ideas. Okay. I hope you all, like the song when I actually do put it out. I mean, again, it's gonna be recorded on my phone. I'm running in the flame, what about away? Okay. Got me wishing I was. Thinking going within? I feel like that makes sense, right? Floating, drifting, how the living got me wishing I was distant. Light is dimming, going within. I'm trapped. Yeah, I'm thinking hidden before I go, but I'm trapped. So yeah, I think that goes well just for like a rhyming purpose because distant, dimming within, and then hidden ultimately. Floating, drifting, how the living got me wishing I was distant. Light is dimming, going within. I don't like how I've been hidden, trapped here on this earth. I can feel you near, even if you're gone now. Cut me loose, cut me loose. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking we just put it right there. I think it goes well. I think it makes sense. Like obviously, ooh, what the heck? Obviously, it was the first. You just seen it. It was like the first thing that came to my mind, and I'm just like, get those lines, hurry up and get those lines and put them on the paper. Uh, but I don't know. I think things are. I wish you could tell me how what you think. Because I mean, I could change it, but I mean, I think it fits well. Do I think they're the best lines? No. Do I think this is my $1 trillion song? No. I just, you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So I forgot how the first part goes. I'm gonna have to rewatch this video to remember, but I will perform where I can pick it up. So, oh, I can leave that plugged in actually. I'm gonna take out the Bluetooth and I'm gonna let you hear the instrumental. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me. Yeah, I was already supposed to read you the first part that I forgot. Coming on my flame, we're gonna away, another day. I will keep burning as long as I have faith. Go to the place. When I feel the hate floating, within how the living got me wishing I was still like looking and going within. I don't know how I've been hitting, but I've been on this earth down with you. I can feel. Even if it's gone now, cut me loose, now cut me loose. Cut me loose. All is darkness, finding my flame, never burn away, see another day. All is the burn as long as I have faith, first takes its place, when I feel the hate. Something like that. But I'm thinking instead of ending it in the same way, think it fade away. Consistently missed packages. So filled with hurt. Oh, so this video is actually on your line, but I think I did it. I'm sorry. This thing I did this on there. Mhm. You know what? I did write to you, but I don't think I put it out. I didn't finish it. Yeah, I didn't finish it. Uh, this one's finished, so you know, been on here for 83 minutes, so that's 60. It's like an hour and 30 minutes almost. But a lot of that has been explaining my process, going over my process, showing my process, being transparent. Is that still on my okay? Like I said, at distance it doesn't work anymore. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah, going back. So I'm thinking I can either end it in the way that I started it. I can either end it in the way that I started it or not. I don't know if this is like might make you feel me better, but I can either end it that way or I can end it in the way that I just showed it earlier. I don't know if you could hear me, but because I asked, I asked the chat if they could hear me. Nobody was saying anything. I'm talking about this, how fast we can make music. Okay. Hey, y'all. T-Song. Hey, y'all. Oh, he said, hey, y'all. I thought he said, hell yeah. Gosh dang. I gave him all that props. I was like, that's what's up, T-Song. Well, he just said, "Hey, y'all, what type of music do you make?" Ooh, I didn't see that one. I make all kinds of music, man. I make all kinds of music. Rock music, country music, rap music, mainly hip hop, R&B, uh, soft rock, something like that, I guess. Stay strong. Yeah, we all need to stay strong. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with this. I'm gonna go ahead and just end this video here. I hope that this helped for real. Like, I'm gonna, like I said, either polish up the end. You'll have to see like what I actually come up with and decide. But I think you'll know why. Like if you watch this one time thing, you should maybe have a better understanding of who I am, the person behind the music. And again, like this is not a studio setting. Like you've seen my setup, right? You see that I'm recording on a cheap phone, right? And you see this 2 o'clock in the morning right now. Like if you were up with me right now, like live stream, right? USA, Texas, right? Like 2 a.m. Central, right? I don't know where you're at in the world, but s- I'm tired for real. And I was bored. I didn't want to go to sleep. I fought sleep. I don't like being in silence. You know what I mean? It's just what my thoughts. My thoughts become loud in silence. And it's like some creepy stuff to say, right? Now I'm hearing me say it back. I'm like, dang, that's kind of creepy to say. My thoughts become loud when it's silent. But it's true. Let me pause this because I don't think you can hear me. I don't know if you can. I don't want the microphone. This is a phone microphone, so it picks up on everything. 2222 on the clock, by the way. Um, or 222. Oh, saying so I'm tired and fatigued. No, we're just seeing extra numbers. But yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like crazy to sound like to say. Freaking when it's quiet, my thoughts get loud, right? But that's a part. That's a good thing though. Is what I'm telling myself, right? Because you wanna be able to hear clearly what your reasons are, because then you'll start to diagnose and dissect and like just operate on your own behaviors and past traumas and reactions and reasons and things like that, and be able to learn from why um the other person did what they did, or what they may have seen, or from their perspective, because when you're in the moment and you're just feeling all your emotions, like you have your reasons why behind it, and you just are blinded, at least with me, get blinded by those reasons. And it's not good. It's not good to do, because like I was saying earlier in the video, if you watch the whole thing, I know it's 88 minutes plus, so I mean it's probably gonna be hard to even get to this point. Um, but if you if you watched earlier, I said you your feelings. Mm, no. Hmm. I said something. I know I said something earlier that related to what I just said, but basically, when you're in your feeling, oh yeah, I said along the lines of when you're feeling something, and you're up or down about that feeling, about in that whatever that feeling is stirred from, like that, if it's stirred from a person or a situation, like you're feeling up or down about a person or a situation, that person at the same time as you're feeling that, simultaneously, whatever, is not feeling what you're feeling 99.99%. Uh, and I don't like using percents because, but I'm just saying, it's like I'm almost certain that 100% of the time, almost dang near, whatever you're feeling, the other person, even if it's love, like if it's mad love that you have, that you're feeling lust or whatever towards somebody, that person could be confused as all get out. They could be sitting there just trying to chill, be bored, whatever, and you just be looking at them like, oh, I'm feeling so much love towards you right now. Uh, and I'm not saying it's always like that, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of time, if you're on the same wavelength, the same emotional part pattern as somebody, you could feel that. Um, I think quite often, but even in those certain situations, you can't be certain, and a lot of the time, you're not because you got to understand whatever you are seeing, they're not seeing. It's a mirror image, so they're seeing you as you're seeing them, and if that makes sense. So the background is different. The person standing in the background is different. The whole image itself is flipped. So you're never going to get the same understanding, the same feeling, right? It can be close, but it's never going to be identical because the whole entire image is flipped. So even though it could have the same things in the image, it's never going to be the same image because everything's flipped. Not only that, but you got past traumas and excitements and personality traits and dreams and reasons for their development to where they're at in their life, also affecting their understanding of what they're seeing. So, on top of, and that's what they're clinging on to, you know, to alter their feelings, decision makings, or whatever. So there a lot of times when you're feeling something, you're like, "Oh, I love this person because of this, that, and this." They're not gonna be able to say the same thing about you because, for the most part, because that person is the one who did those things for you to feel love towards them. But what have you done for them? Can they say the same thing? And to me, I used to do a lot of stuff, right? I used to put everybody before me and do everything I was doing for everybody else. And it got me to a lot of high places, which was cool. But then, you know, um, when they started doing things in their life that I was not with, and when I was trying to share good things about my life that I really wanted them to be on board with, and they weren't, uh, it was like, man, you need to go. But I want to be able to see you grow, so I'm not gonna chop you off. I'm gonna go through the struggle with you because I have hope and faith that you'll make it through. And so you stay in it, and then next thing you know, it just gets worse, and then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And then like my mind started to just get sick because it was just like I'm just thinking about all this crap this person was dragging me through. Should have cut that tie, bro. Should have cut that tie, chopped the tie, and cut myself free. And you know what? This song's kind of like that, right? It's kind of too early. It's late. I'm gonna still make the song. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here. Make the song. Let me know what you think. If you checked out my music, that's what's up. Again, it's just recorded off the phone, but show a brother some love, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the music. Message me personally. Let me know what you would like me to talk about. You know, would like me to check out, stuff like that. You know, I'm also on Instagram. I got a lot of followers on Instagram, uh, which is why I'm super comfortable in the camera. But I wasn't balding back then, and I was a lot more in a way better mental health space and way better financial situation as well. Um, and you know, they say money doesn't make happiness, but when you get a lot of money and you lose a lot of money rapidly, and people around you started being just not cool, it just, you know, it takes a real man to go through big falls and still figure out how to be a leader, and those big losses, you know, they make a man much more wiser. And I think that has helped me be relatable with my music to people. But uh, I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said earlier, it takes challenges, it takes you going through challenges in order to become better and to receive criticism and yada yada yada. And we all don't do the right thing all the time, 100% of the time. So when you do mess up, because it's pretty much inevitable, learn from it immediately. You know what I mean? Learn from your mistakes immediately. Don't, be sitting there thinking that you're right and this person's just, and the situation so, and whatever the case is, dwelling on it. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Look at it and say all your reasons in your head and be like, well, dang, because when I look back at that situation, did they really say this? Did they really do that? Because I don't remember them. And when they said this, they said it in a way where it was actually kind of nice, or this and that. But I'm over here steady hating. So it's like, maybe I was wrong. And you start to be like that, and then you're like, golly, I was a jerk, or I was, I can't believe that it even got to this point, you know, off of how I acted. I wish I would have knew that I wish I would have looked at it back then. But we have blinders. You know what I mean? We get blind because we're so focused on our own emotions and what triggered them that we just like it's so hard to understand that the image is mirrored. So whatever they're seeing they're seeing you. You're seeing them. The image is literally flipped. No, you're not seeing the same thing. You're not feeling the same thing. You're not. Your perspectives are different. So it's easy to lose focus on that and just be centered on your own perspectives until you look back. And that's what I was doing. That's why I don't like silence. Silence, every time I'm in silence, I start thinking about, past events and things that I've done and things I've said and what I could have done differently. And I start to think like maybe these people were good, but the truth be told, even though certain situations could have been better or whatever, a snake is still a snake. And I ain't gonna tell you to kiss a snake unless you just one of them people that understand snakes and and love snakes. But if you just it takes a lot of personal growth. I'm telling you, it takes a lot of personal growth and development to be able to live and kiss and communicate and love and be trying to build with a snake, you know, especially a non-committed person. I mean, oh man, I mean that's tough. Openly, openly non-committed to you. Love them at an extreme distance, but don't allow any of whatever they're doing to break you down because they have a lot of growth that has to be done in their life. So, and that's something that, is clear to me now. You know what I mean? But back then I was trying to attach because I was like, I want you to grow with me. I'll go through this with me because this is our home. This is our life. No, sh- there's a door. Go do your growing. Go through whatever you gotta go through. And then when you can speak my language, because eventually you will, even if it takes 50 years, because I mean, like I was young, we were young, but even if it takes 20 years or whatever, yeah, I'm gonna be on the other side. And hopefully the person that my child self will be proud of at that point. And then, wherever you end up, we can maybe have that conversation. But from here till then, I need my peace and my healing and whatever the case is. But anyway, I finished writing the song. I've been done with it for a while. I started going on my little tangent about mental health because because like I said, I got a lot of followers. I had like 63,000 followers at my peak.
and I had like $43,000 in the bank, which is not a lot of money. But it is for, because a lot of people, if you look it up online, it's like most people don't even have $1,500 in the bank, which is crazy to me. But I mean, shoot, look at me now. But but anyway, rises and falls can affect you mentally. The people around you switching up on you can affect you mentally. Uh, but you have big dreams. You have to be able to overcome big challenges. And like I said, the more challenges that you can overcome in a mentally healthy way, then, the better that you can lead not only yourself, but lead as an example uh, when you're gone. So hopefully everybody who's watching this, who has watched it, tuned in, or whatever the case is, can get something out of being able to express themselves a little bit better. Like I said, I don't know where you're at in the world right now, but I'm in Texas and it's Central Time, which is 2:36 in the morning. And I wasn't liking the silence, so I was like, let me jump on here and listen to my music. I started listening to my music, and then I was like, well, shoot, let me make another song. First instrumental I heard, I'm like, this is a fire beat. And I was like, these people been asking me how I do my writing process. So let me do it. I'll just make a video about that. Went through that whole thing with you. I'm just on a tangent now about mental health. But everything is good, You gotta have faith. That's what this song is kind of about. You know, Go check out the song. I'm gonna make it. Even though I'm tired, I'm super tired right now. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna make this song because I told you I would. And whoever's been watching, I said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna go in there, get it done. I'm gonna post it. Like I said, I'm recording off of my phone. It's a $50 phone. So I mean, we'll get it done. And whatever it sounds like, I will try to make it sound good. So I'm probably not gonna post it tonight, because I mean it takes a little bit to editing to make it sound good. So I'll probably just get it done. That way I don't, not do it. Or maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. But I will get it done. It will be done. And in the meantime, you can check out my other songs, see like how my writing style is, see how I'm expressing myself. I keep it simple, like most of the time. I don't really go into too much depth, like with wordplay on most of them. So, but it's easy to digest. If I was to go into like more, I could do like a more complicated style of music, which is probably where probably should take it, just to expand, like to challenge myself, because like I said, challenges is what helps you grow. So even if you're able to challenge yourself, that's the safest way to do it. So I know it's hard, I know it sucks, I know it's like you don't want to do it, but it's like wash the dishes, fold the clothes, do the things that you feel challenged with. Challenge yourself to do it and actually do it, and you'll see yourself become better. What I say, have been saying here lately is like, if I can't suffer this, if I'm struggling to suffer this, like, golly, Jesus Christ was whipped all over the place and unrecognizable, and you hear all the stories about these martyrs and these people and these, you know, the sacrifices and things that they've done, like these amazing world changers, and it's like, golly, this one person is a snake in the grass and got me all the way effed up, seriously, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and now physically and financially, which is crazy to let somebody take you down from the pinnacle of the peaks of anything, you know. And so, mental healing, very important. And a way to do that, challenge yourself to do the things that you know you should be doing, and watch yourself develop, and give yourself grace, give yourself peace. Go inside mentally, digest what you've been dwelling on, break it down, make it like your own personal science, and craft yourself in better ways. So, anyway, like I said, message me if you want me to review some of your music. You can talk to me about life, you can talk to me about business, money, growing a following. You know, I don't know. I have a lot of life success secrets. I'm just going through crap because mentally, I let a snake in the grass get to me. So, um, but we can talk about anything. Check out the music though, and I'm gonna go in here. I might make the song, I might not. But I hope it was helpful, regardless if you watched it. And appreciate you all for tuning in. Check me out, subscribe, like, you know, hit me up. I'll be around. Y'all stay good and God bless.